Okay, we got 25 minutes. 25 minutes to get shit done. Alright everybody, so while I set up, I want to say thank you all for watching, first of all. I was originally going to just play this on a DAW, on Reaper, but I don't think that's good enough. So you guys need to see that I'm actually using the gear on camera. And I'll show you the whole darn process. So this is the big amp. It gets plugged in with a short XLR cable going into input number 2. It doesn't really matter which input you use. Maybe 8 has a little bit more noise on it. I don't know. But input number 2, I have the gain knob all the way down, and a George L's 0.225 gauge cable. I believe it's, I want to say 15 feet. And then this is going into a Squier vintage custom PJ, I think is what it's called. So the next step is to turn all these tone knobs up. And then what I like to do is just back down on that. Now if you have another guitar that's louder than mine, because mine's not an active pickup, these are all passive pickups, it puts out enough power for it to be hitting right around -18 to -12 decibels full scale. And I'll show you guys that. Actually, I can't show you that right now, but I could show you that once I play it back for you. But what I'm going to do right now is test that. So I do record enable. Oh, and I am on. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Phantom power on. So phantom power goes on. Give it a few seconds to warm up. So actually what I'll do, since it is it's a little hot, so I'm going to back down just a hair, and I'm trying to change it. I don't have numbers on my tone knobs, so I have to kind of just guess where it's going. I don't do that on purpose, because really the nice thing about this bass is that you can have this, you know, one of these all the way down, the other one all the way up, and then you have like different, you know, combinations, because it's these two different pickups. Actually, sorry, it's these two is one of these knobs, and I forget which one, and then this one is the bridge pickup, and combined they're pretty neat. So it's a combination of a precision bass and a jazz bass. That's what PJ means. So let's finally record, get this show on the road. So again, this is the big amp, Triton Audio big amp. I have it marked on here. So I'll start off with my favorite. Oh, you know what? I didn't tune up. I'm going to tune up right now with Blue Cat Hot Tuna. I don't know if you can see that on screen or not. So, standard tuning. And I'm looking at, so these two arrows come together when the note is sustaining. I mean, ideally, it wouldn't be. Maybe I'll back it down. Here, I'll throw it way off. Okay, and A. That one's off now. I think I'm tuning this correctly. You do it on the sustain, right? Not the attack. It's a little off. I And then you loosen the strings, you don't tighten them, because you want to bring it up. Okay, that one's still in tune. So, did I record that? Yep, I did. Let me bring the volume up. And one thing I have to do is make sure this guitar is not facing this way, because for some reason it picks up more noise when it's facing that. I don't know if it's because of the light over here or what the deal is, but anyway. We're going through the Cerberus bass amp from the Kuasa, which is one of my favorite bass amp simulator plugins. Turn it a little louder so I can hear the noise once it's cranked. Alright, my favorite song coming up. I'm really good at playing this. That's a joke, by the way. Alright. Oops, I already messed it up. Here, hold on, let me mute these strings. When I'm on camera, I play worse. Let's try that one more time. And what normally I would play with both, but I'm muting the strings, so. I flubbed one note. Let's try one more time. It's alright, as good as I'm going to get it for that. Next one. Okay, let's just do some open notes. And on the highest one. Alright, and finally, I had to kind of wing that one. I know what the notes are, but it's too obvious. Next, we're gonna swap this out for the J4. Actually, I'm gonna plug it right into the Behringer. I'm curious what it sounds like. Very, very curious. I'm not gonna touch any of these controls. What I am gonna do is actually I gotta turn off the monitoring, hit the phantom power, wait for about 30 seconds just so the power dissipates out of the big amp. Oh, I should mention the difference between the big amp and the J48 is the impedance. The J48 has a lower amount of impedance. Actually, I should say it's a higher amount of, it's a lower number, but there's more impedance to it. There's less impedance with the big amp. The big amp has like a million ohms, and I forget what the J48 is, but it's not near that much. But for the next one I'm going to go right in the line input. I guess I'll just use the same input. I don't want to, I'm trying to make this as scientific as possible. So. Shit. No. You're going to jack my jack up. Alright, hopefully you guys can see me a little better now. I tilted the camera up a tiny bit. Come on, strap. What are you doing? Okay, line input, input 2. Let's see about the volume. Should I put fan power on? I'm going to leave it off. I don't really need it. Okay, let me make sure I'm still recording. Okay, I am. I got 13 minutes left. I gotta be quicker on this one. Okay, line input, Behringer ADA8200. Let's go. Trying to beat the strings for this one. Wasn't perfect, but and then that's it, I think. Oh, let me do some open notes. Okay, line in. That was it. Crap. I hope I'm standing in the right spot for this. Oh crap. Okay, J48. Let's see if the ground loop can get fixed. No. Didn't do anything. Man, that's really bad. It's very bad. See? No ground loop. 7 minutes. 7.5 minutes. Alright, let's go. Try to do this on screen properly. Okay, we're still pretty much in tune. I'll just repeat the same thing I did before. Hopefully you guys can see everything. Okay, and then the other one was. who says the ADA8200 doesn't have bass? I hear plenty of bass. Okay, that's it. Video's about to run out anyway.